Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SB Reviews, where today we're going to be reviewing a track from an artist as I think it's Xionora. I'm pretty sure it's Xionora, and this is called Second Chances. If we switch over to here, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky name, that one, but I'm going to go with Xionora for this one, or Xionora. No, we'll go with Xionora, and if I get it wrong, at least I've said it both ways. We've got Second Chances here available now via the website. So they've got their own website, Xionora.com, and also Instagram, Queen Xionora. Producer, Mr. Fat, and videographer. So watching a music video today, which is kind of cool. We got Instagram Above the Beyond. So we're going to watch this music video from start till finish, and we're going to hear what we think. And just before we get into it, actually, I'm not much of an expert on cinematography and videos, so I won't be commenting too much on the video today. I'll primarily be sticking with talking about the music. Now let's get into it and hear what we think. Just gotta make sure actually I have audio, because I can't hear audio right now and that kind of scares me a little bit. There we go, so I'll just go back to the start. There we go, cool. Oh, I'm liking the kind of... Is that kind of like a keyboardy kind of thing? Really smooth kind of lead on top. Sick. Straight into that. Straight into that hook. No messing around. Made that 1080p. Thank you very much, YouTube. Thank you for... yeah, 1080p. I adore it. Drums are nice and punchy. No more second chance. Yep, that's cool. So we're having that hit line kind of repeated in the second half of the hook. Really narrowing down on that. Yeah, so that's obviously designed to get stuck in your head, and it does a pretty good job of it. The melody is it's very accessible, very easy to understand what's going on. Music and the rest of the instruments support it very well. Open me up intellectually, slow it down with the sexually, play my heart like a symphony, walk this road up in harmony, what it's try to be, let me switch it up, no room in my heart, sign vacancy, 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 boys didn't want the same things, I was rising or falling. I like this kind of melodic rapping that's going on with music nowadays. I dig it. I think it's cool to have that a little bit of color, especially when a lot of these sort of instrumentation is kind of sort of bass and drum focused. And we have that kind of very smooth, kind of moogish kind of synth in the background. And you have like extended chords in the background, I think, on the piano or keys. Nice little rise there. There's a very confident performance going on vocally. I'm liking the little bits of vibrato here and there without sort of overplaying it. Just because it's featured in the video, this is making me want a Tesla really badly. They look so cool, man. So like at this midway point of the song or just before it, I'm getting the impression that the guy hasn't been particularly faithful and no house on the hill. No, they don't get to have that future together because they're messing around and up to mischief and it's sort of screwing everything up. Projected frozen, the tables turned, I refuse to hurt, never put me first, glad I know my worth. Never put me first, glad I know my worth. Right, so there's sort of a self-affirmation going on here that she, Xionora doesn't really need this guy in her life, just for her to feel okay. And why, I think that's very important. It shows some sort of emotional depth and maturity, and I really dig that in the song. There's development, Oh no. That's a hell of a throw. This is gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the day. I'm liking how luscious the production is. All the instruments fit nice and neatly into the mix. It's quite polished. I get the impression that the producer in this track, I think it was Mr. Fat, has been doing this quite a while. I'm unsure of like how much involvement each had in each other's bit. Because obviously like, but I think that this has been very sort of well played. Xionora's vocal performance just excels over this, and it's a very impressive bit of collaboration going on here, and between the sort of producer and Xionora.
Had to watch my tears fall down on the pillow. Man, I feel bad for you not, cause you always fall for the bait. Don't worry about me, know my money is straight. Then I look up in the rearview seat that you coming in last. Thank God you a part of my past. I'm a winner regardless. Kinda like the button the cats. Hey, let's get it. Then I pull off at the top speed, knowing I'm the best in the league. No one higher in this industry. Then you wanna play mind games and be the king, then it's checkmate. I don't need another headache.
No, let's just take a break for a minute, because that's quite a lot to take. This is excellent rapping. I really dig the way that this is being done. This has been pocketed as far as I'm concerned. This is blowing me away, because the clean vocals are pretty good, but this is like, I think this is definitely where Xionora is kind of very comfortable.
Two with you fellas, looking at my picky ring, shining gold in the yellow. Try to play me.
Like, listen to that. Like, I know there's people that can rap more quickly nowadays, and I know there's people that can perhaps like do it differently and it sounds just as good. But I'm loving how articulate, how sort of clear the pronunciation is, the emotional impact of everything. After all the sort of turbulence of the first couple of verses and the choruses, so the chorus is saying no second chances. You don't get to have that house on the hill. You don't get to have that future with me. And the first and second verse is telling the story. This is just Xionora saying, look, this is it. I'm sick of your mind games. I'm sick of the manipulation. We're not going to do this anymore. I can do better than this. Oh, Clorox. Oh. Stunning. Really stunning track. Is there going to be more at the end of this video? I just want to let it play out a little bit. It's great as well. I've had everyone credited at the end. I know that's something that should occur. The following has been rated above the beyond lack of imagination requires help by the LeBlanc Motion Picture Association America included. Yeah, this is stunning. Yeah. No, I think that Xionora Second Chances is a really impressive track. It's really impressive. I think that obviously the vocal performance, the technique is on point, both the clean vocals and the rapping. Just when we got straight into it in that last third, really sold this for me. I can understand why Xionora's got a little bit of love on YouTube, but I honestly think that deserves way more. Like, honestly, this is incredible value. I listened to a reasonable amount of hip hop in these reviews, and that vocal performance at the end alone, especially, is like pretty up there. I can't get over how quickly that track went. It didn't feel like 4 minutes. The time was so well used that there was nothing wasted, no time wasted. Anything to help improve the listening experience was put forward. There was no moment where I listened to it and thought, why is this here? I think the song is just as strong regardless of whether or not you're watching the music video. Sometimes the music video can help make a track better than it is, but honestly, in this situation, it's catchy enough in the chorus and accessible enough for most people to sort of get behind it. Obviously, the subject matter is quite relatable, and I think that's very important in a single. I'm not sure how much how long Xionora has been producing music for, how long she's been releasing music for, but this is if this is like one of the first few releases, this is an incredible start. And again, that polish on the rapping and the clean vocals, and sort of the sort of the dance that was done melodically with those little runs and little vibratos and all that. It gives me the impression that Xionora is coming into her own at this point in time. It was a fun story as well. Like even though what did I say, fun? No, I don't mean as if it's fun that she got cheated on. What I mean is that like it was well balanced, like emotionally and story wise. It didn't get too sort of like gritty, because if you'd gotten too sort of heavy on the matter, like gotten too sort of vitriolic, it may not have suited some of the elements of the instruments in the mix. So the lyrics were balanced well to sort of associate that. I'm just glad that the really hard hitting part at the end was like not done as melodically, because it just needed to be delivered straight, just straight cut. But that's effectively my review of Second Chances by Xionora. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. And hopefully you enjoyed the track as much as I did, because I genuinely did. I am in one of those situations where I am concerned that I may have missed something, and that bugs me a little bit. I've talked about the mastering. The mixing and mastering was spot on. I've talked about the vocal performances. I've talked a little bit about the video, but not too much, because I'm not an expert on that sort of thing. I think actually just the actual main theme, like all the elements in that chorus, especially were neutral enough that you could kind of go in different directions with the vocals and different styles. I think that there needs to be said as well as a final thing. The way that the chorus and the hook was composed and produced, and the way that concept was delivered through the rest of the song was sort of neutral enough. It was like sort of funky and like assertive without being too far on either end of the positive or negative spectrum. It allowed for a lot of range in that and the direction of the lyrics and everything else. It's just really clever and mature. Shows a sort of maturity with composition and production when you put stuff like that into a track like this. It sense of equilibrium. But please do go check out Xionora's social medias, YouTube. And please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time. It's need to help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you in the next review. Spider hands up.